What is up, guys and gals?
Welcome to the dungeon, won't you come on now with me?
I was gonna do like a but nah, I'm not in the mood right now. Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode. It seemed like a bit much. Like, I'm always worried about starting an episode out with like that much just like, wah, like blasting on into it, you know? I just feel like I don't like high energy people, and so when I start high energy episodes, I always feel like I'm being that guy, and I just can feel myself like hating myself, basically. I'm like, well then, I guess I'll just, you better get out of here before you get shanked, son. You don't even know me like that. Shanked! Yeah, so you gotta pin him up. That's how you do it right there. That's how you shank him up. You put him up against the wall and just as many times to the gut as you can before the officers come and separate you. You gotta get him. You gotta turn those guts into jelly. Just The crit damage is pretty legit on this thing. It's not gonna be like amazingly useful. It's only really that good if you can pin whatever it is you're trying to kill against a wall. If you can't, then, well, good luck. It also makes it kind of a pain in the ass to turn because you're like mid-stabbing right there, you see what I mean? And we can't destroy like 100 bushes at the same time. And if there's one thing that I really enjoyed doing, it's destroying bush. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves some more copper. In today's episode, we're mostly just focusing on going as deep down into the dungeon as we can get. It's been a very productive day, and I would love to see us get down to the 30th floor before we cut off for the afternoon. In order to do that, though, we may have to ignore a great deal of the treasures on each floor. You may have to hustle a little bit harder, and I don't necessarily know if that's worth it, because when you're in the dungeon, you kind of want to get as much as you can out of it while you're down here, you know? You got to think of this as kind of like a resource field. This is a place where you get all your stuff from, and screwing yourself out of a lot of the freebies can be a bad idea. You might end up deep down in the dungeon without any backup plan. There we go. Shiv him to death real quick. Don't really care that much about the copper, so if I can just like run through here and find our way like to the next layer, that's all that I really want out of this. If we have to bail out early, we have to bail out early, and in fact I'm thinking that we might have to. We're only on 27 right now, so let's finish this layer and then we'll head back home. I think we're gonna take like an energy hit on it, but we don't really have that much to do anyway, so who cares? It's not gonna hurt my feelings that much. Ooh, there's a crate right there though. A great crate, mate. Oh man, we got one of them buggy things in here. Get out of here. Oh, you can do like a triple shiv thing with the right click. That's hella funny. Does it do triple damage if it connects? Oh, it's like a little jackhammer of stabbing. It's like a little jackhammer of murder there. A little gut-penetrating incursion into your enemy's diaphragm. Although I guess for anything to take place in your diaphragm, it would have to have some kind of incursion going on. That's not necessarily something. I'm really worried about that right now. The doctor's saying that I might have to go in and like do some kind of like surgical thing, and I'm like panicky about it. I don't like the idea of somebody being like inside my body. It concerns me. Like, I realize it's gonna have to happen, but or that like if it goes down, I guess it goes down, you know? Like, I'm not gonna avoid it if it's for my own health or whatever. A little worried about it though. I don't know. I try not to talk about personal stuff on the channel. Why won't that pick up? Oh, it's of inferior quality. It's one of the shitty... Oh, God. It's midnight. Hold on. We gotta get up out of here. I don't even know if we can make it home in that amount of time. Yeah, leave the mine, and then... Oh, shit. We might not make it. Oh, it's gonna be so close. For whatever reason, our character instantaneously blacks out at 1 a.m. every day. It's not something that happens to me, and so I have trouble being like, so why does this happen? I don't know. I stay up to like 5 a.m. every single day, and I just sleep like for a couple hours, and then I'm good. We might, if we take the back road here, we might be able to make it back onto our property, but we're gonna get robbed. I cut it too close. Oh, this is all my fault. I should not have done this. Get inside the house! Get inside the house! So at least if you black out, you're inside your own home. Oh, maybe you fall asleep at 2. I don't know. I don't know the specific time that you fall asleep. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock. I thought it was 1 for whatever reason. I was busy panicking right there. Just be like, no! So let's sell all of our ill-begotten gains here. Our crazy gym-like gains with a capital Z. And then we'll worry about planting and taking care of the rest of our season after this. That should allow us to make a decent amount of cash. I don't think we'll be too hard up. We got some sweet peas right there. I don't know if the bombs sell for anything useful. I'm not even going to focus on it right now. I've got to get myself some other goodies up and out of the chest. Let's get our farming done before everything else opens in town. So there we go. Yeah, these little plants just love getting sprinkled on. How you like that right there, little frond? How you like that right there? Feels pretty good, right? It's feeling pretty solid. Yeah, I figured you'd enjoy a shower right about now. I think showering might be one of my favorite things about being born, like, in modern times. Like, the fact that it's acceptable. I don't know if I could just... I mean, socially, I realize I would accept it. But just being filthy all the time just seems nasty for, like, the Middle Ages and shit. Where you just be sitting around all day with just that weird grimy feeling in between, like, the crook of your leg. Just from all the dirt because you haven't bathed in hella long. And what's worse is they thought that bathing made them sick. Like, that's horrifying right there. That's just, like, that's a mix-up of epic proportions. Although, granted, you probably didn't want to swim in any of the water from back then anyways in any major metropolitan area. I've heard rumors that, like, the Thames and, like, some of those other rivers in the middle of cities, pretty gnarly. I mean, the Sacramento River's pretty goddamn disgusting, so I would assume it's the same for other major cities. I wouldn't, nah, not sure if I would swim in the Sacramento River unless I was a long way from the city and upstream. Just, I don't know. Other people might be braver than me in that regard. They might be braver than me. I need some fertilizer. Some fertilizer, if we could have it. Any fertilizer around? Fertilizer, where are you? Oh. What happened here? Where's my fertilizer? Huh. I need the grapes for the forageables. So we'll turn that in for the summer forageables in just a minute. But is somebody hammering on the side of my house again? I swear to God, dude. Oh, there it is. I have the noisiest apartment complex on Earth. It is just nightmarish. Like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It's just 24 hours a day. Just noise. Non-stop noise. You can complain to the landlady, I guess, if you really want to. It's not going to fix anything, though. Because that would require the landlady to stay up till, like, 2 in the morning, since that's when, like, most of the noise happens. And I think she goes home and she's just, like, done with it at a certain hour. She's like, nah, not doing that today. Not even mad. Like, I don't want people to think I'm salty or anything, but for real, I live in a noisy-ass apartment complex. I got 25 ores, so that's cool. Don't really have a lot of money right now. We should probably go crack open the Omni Geode and just kind of see what happens there. We could rebuild the wall around our fields and make it a little bit nicer. We could also think about maybe making ourselves another scarecrow for, like, right in here somewhere. Might work. Just, like, line him up and make him line up with the other one. And it wouldn't really matter to me, but it would still make the area look a little bit nicer, I think, just keeping it all uniform. We gotta save up some cash. That's, like, our biggest thing, is that until we get ourselves some cash, we really aren't accomplishing anything. And until that first harvest comes in, it's just me, like, vendoring stuff. Let's go to the blacksmith's office. What's going on over here? The mayor's shorts. Yeah, I gotta be friends with Marnie before I can do that one. And then you find the shorts up in Marnie's room. It's his undies. He was disrobing in her presence because apparently she's into that freaky old man shit. I don't know. It seems like there's an age gap in between the two of them, but it doesn't really tell you how old anybody is in this game, so it's kind of hard to tell. I need a cave carrot to rub on my sore ear. Please bring one as soon as you can. Alright, I'll bring it to George. Bring it to good old Jorge and see if he starts feeling better. I don't know how rubbing a cave carrot on your ear makes you feel better, though. That's such an odd correlation. Our character's a gangster. He walked through town with a shiv. Keep it down inside his shoe, ready to go. First person that looks at him wrong, getting shanked up on. Let's see what this Omni Geode pulls out for us. I think it's more expensive to process, though. Oh, no, it's 25. I don't know what the hell that is. Looks like a little dollop. Oh, it's just limestone. Oh, we got a bad roll. We got unlucky, Nerd Castle. We got unlucky. That's iron ore right there, so I'll take that. That's like aquamarine or something. Slate, in fact. Okay. And a little bit more iron. Not that upset about it. And then we got a vendorable right there that we can just get rid of. Petrified. Actually, I think I need petrified slime for crafting at some point. I think. Slate is just metamorphosed shale, by the way. In case you were wondering, you can just put a whole bunch of shale under a bunch of pressure. I'll probably just drop this over here with the rest of the geological stuff. I mean, that's perfectly fine. It seems like he's creating like a giant stone collection in here so that we can show it to students or something. Collect our rewards. We should get starfruit seeds, and you plant those in the summer. Okay. And then we've also got a standing geode, which is one of my favorite house decorations. I always wanted a big geode, but they're always expensive. They're always ludicrously overpriced, too. Like, if you go to any stone shop where they got like a 6-foot tall geode, Yes, they should be expensive, but generally the price that you're getting charged in one of those random shops that's almost always in a tourist area, almost every single time it's in like an outlet mall or it's in like downtown Sacramento or something like that, almost every time you're getting overcharged for it to a ludicrous extent, just because they know that most people aren't going to know where to get something like that. If you spend the time out in the field, I could tell you where to get some pretty amazing geodes that you could probably sell for 85 bucks a pop. You probably bring back 5 or 6 of them a day if you go out and just bust stones all day. But then again, you'll be on public land defacing public property. I'm not sure if you're allowed to mine for geodes on like national land. Like it's not preserved land, like it's just federal land. Like the federal government owns it, but I don't know if you're allowed to do anything like that. Living off the land. Let's see what he's got to say. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. Here's a rundown of the fish you can only find in the summer. Dorado, you can find it in the fish rivers during the day. Rainbow trout, found in forest rivers and in the mountains during the day. I got my rainbow trout from a lake. Pufferfish, found in the ocean in the early afternoon. And octopus, found in the ocean during the morning. Catch them while you can. I love big geodes. I'd like to have a couple of them in my house. It's just a lot. Takes a while for those to mature, but you know what? I'm going to plant them right now so that we can deal with it later. Everything else is looking pretty good. We're at 11 a.m. right now. 11 a.m. If we could catch a pufferfish, that'd be alright. That'd be alright. So I would think about it. I don't know if we should dungeon or what we should do right now. It's seeming to me like it's a pretty good way to make cash. The petrified slime I think we need for later for a crafting recipe, but I can't remember exactly which one it was. I vaguely remember in the stream, though, being bummed out because I had been selling all my petrified slime and I couldn't recall... I can't recall what I was crafting for something. You can make something awesome with it. Ooh, a bunch of bushes over here. Don't mind if I do. Trying to get them freebie seeds. No freebie seeds? Nobody wants to give me those freebie seeds? Anybody? All I want to do is plant some seeds and make some moolah. There's a little bit right there, yeah. I accept that. I don't know if it's worth it right now to swing out and try and do the foraging thing again. I so rarely am successful when I do the foraging. Like, I do the whole gambit where I hit the entire map looking for forageables, and I very, very rarely ever end up with anything that I actually want or need. What did I need to do in order for the summer forageables, by the way? Oh, I already have all 3 of them, so let's go turn that in. That'll be a nice little advancement for us right there. If nothing else, it's something to accomplish during the course of the day. And then while we're over in that region, maybe I'll go down like the next 5 layers of the dungeon or something like that. Seems like it'd work out okay, and we'll sell the rest of it off. That, or I guess we could eat it. Looks like sweet pea doesn't really help out that much, though. I never had sweet pea before. I don't think pea is supposed to taste sweet. I don't know, though. Apparently it grows flowers, so what did I know about anything? The world of botany is a terrifying and strange place. You pea places, you end up with flowers. That's all that I've learned in this entire process. That's what I've learned. You pea places, you get flowers. We plant a few more, too. We got a really rough garden going right now. It's almost all like forage seeds. None of it is actually like useful to anybody. Got that right there. That's looking good. Probably sell off some corral. Probably hold on to that. Can't sell the sneakers, otherwise I get rid of them in a heartbeat. You know, I should probably bring all these fish with me, and I'll try and slot them in where they go as we enjoy our time here. Doesn't seem like a bad plan, actually, to alleviate inventory space, too. Yeah, that'll do it. I think this goes in with, like, a... No, don't do that. Pretty sure the oyster goes in with, like, one of the random seafood bundles or something like that, too. We should be able to clear out, like, that entire chest. I usually let it pile up like this. I know it probably annoys people. I'm like 80%. I'm like 80% sure it probably annoys the hell out of all of you that I do that, but it is what it is. I let things pile up, and then once they're finally out of control, I take them and I dump them all off in one big go. So I tend to advance in video games in, like, big spurts. A train is passing through Stardew Valley. I don't know what that means, but how's the farming business going? It's tomato season, right? And something season. It is something season. Throwing melons right now, mostly. Alright, so let's slot in all these fishies. We can see where they go. Riverfish bundle. So we got the sunfish. We got a catfish, which I still haven't caught. A shad. I've got more shads than I know what to do with in my in my other playthrough, but unfortunately, not today. Specialty fish bundle, we shouldn't have any of those yet because I haven't done any specialty fishing. However, I do have anchovies. It's a tuna, right? Oh, it was a sardine that they wanted. I was trying to figure out what's going on right now. Red snapper and tilapia are not actually that difficult. We should be able to get that this season. The tuna, on the other hand, though, can be a little bit more difficult to get your hands on. Crab pot bundle. So we got the crab. We got the oyster. So that'll get those out of the way. The rest of these are just forageables. You got to find them around. You'll find cockles and things like that. Just kind of around. What a loaded name, man. What a loaded ass name. Don't have a bullhead yet, I don't think. And I don't have a sturgeon, but I'm pretty sure I know where to get them. So it shouldn't be too hard to come by. The walleye and the bream and the eel I can get pretty easily too, so that shouldn't be too bad. And then with the river fish, with the central fish, is that everything? We got everything right there? Man, I feel like a lot of this stuff is more useful than it actually is. Apparently, I should have been selling it off. Alrighty then. Out we go. Cool, I'll just get rid of them then. It doesn't really bother me that much. You can probably provision it somewhere. I don't know if this is where... I wasn't trying to shiv anybody right now, but if shiv happens, you know? On this side, we got the summer foraging bundle. Unfortunately, this isn't really going to do a whole lot for us. So bundle complete. There it is. We made a little bit. It looks like it gives us a bridge repair if we complete the entire crafts room. And that'll be pretty sweet. Our reward should be, I think, just a bunch of summer seeds. Like it's a bunch of random summer stuff. That would have been a better thing to drop off a little bit earlier. And I think it's going to add maybe a boiler room, or maybe it's going to mess with the bulletin board. I don't remember. Yeah, so there it is. Now we have access. I think that's going to be for like underground forageables and stuff like that. He takes the package and he loads it into their little furnace. And then he sees that I'm trying to stab him, so he panics and runs away. Let's have a look on this side and see what bundles it unlocked for us that we can start working on now. So it looks like the boiler room. We got a blacksmith bundle. Copper bar, iron bar, gold bar. Easy enough. Not too difficult. The adventurer's bundle, which is why I've been holding on to all my slimes. Solar essence, void essence, bat wings, and slimes. So there it is. If you were wondering why I haven't been vendoring those. The geologist bundle. We need a frozen tear, we need a fire quartz, an earth crystal, and a quartz. That's not actually that difficult to get. I've gotten these three going down to floor 50, and I'm assuming that shows up somewhere. And it looks like that repairs all of our mine carts, which will be great for transit and travel and all that kind of fun stuff. Helping us bounce around the map a little bit quicker. Can we light a fire yet? No, we can't light a fire yet. Well, we're moving along. It's getting upgrades. Not a ton of them, but it's getting some. I think we should probably go back and plant these seeds and make sure that the crops are all nice and ready to go before we go any further. Is it Jazz's birthday right now? Dude, get out of the way. I'm about to go ludicrous on you. Move, bitch. Get out the way. What you staring at a calendar for 25 minutes for, man? Yeah, it's Jazz's birthday, so we got to come up with something to give to her. Maybe a bit of coral? I don't know. Little kids are easy to please when it comes to their birthdays. Maybe I'll get the takeout from the saloon. Oh, they have takeout at the saloon? Say, what? I consider the bees and the butterflies to be my special friends. Like special, huh? Or like special, like, they stand out among all the other friends. I'm gonna bake cookies today. They're coconut wonders shaped like little palm trees. Hee hee. How is his wife so happy when he's such a grumpy bitch all the time? Frickin' George, man. Which one was Jazz's house over here? Maybe Jazz lives with Marnie, I think. Seems possible. Let's head that way. It's not that late in the day, so we might be able to catch her at the door. So that's Leia's house. Oh, that's right. I think Jazz lives in here. And she's not home right now. That's okay. Thank you. This looks nice. Give that to Marnie. There's the shorts, by the way, in Marnie's bedroom. We'll probably end up waiting right here for her to show up. just because I don't know where she goes during the day, so finding Jazz might be a little bit difficult. She'll probably come from that direction. Normally she's running around playing with other little kids, but tough one. Ooh, another sweet pea over here, though. Make a little bit more cash. Don't mind if I do. Help myself if there's nobody else there to pick me up. That is for certain. There she is. Oh, a birthday gift. Thank you. She didn't like it that much, but it was kind of it was above neutral. Either way, as long as you use the birthdays, you'll probably be okay. It's looking like we're lining up with Emily, although Emily's not single, so that might be a giant waste of time. That also explains the frumpy appearance. She already married. She don't care no more. It happens to dudes, too. I'm not being a hater right now. Like, I'm not trying to, like, be like, everybody should be beautiful all the time. I stopped giving a shit after I got in a long-term relationship. I'm like, whatever. I still dress up from time to time just because I feel like it's good for the soul to, like, dress up and look nice every now and again and go out to, like, a nice dinner or something. But in general, sweatpants seem to be my default configuration. Like, whatever. Just throw on the sweatpants and make it happen, Captain. I still have... Oh, we got all that stuff. I'm going to sell it all off, and... I swear we needed that halibut for something, though. I'm going to check it one more time to make sure. So, fish tank. Sunfish, catfish, shad, tiger trout. We have none of that. Specialty fish. We got wood skip, sandfish, ghostfish, pufferfish. Ocean fish. Sardine, tuna, red snapper, tilapia. Carp and bullhead. So we don't have bullhead and sturgeon, but bullhead I know where to get. And then sturgeon might not be this season. Got the bream. I know where to get walleye, and I know where to get eels, so that should be alright. And then shad I know where to get, but these two I think are not in season right now. And then the crab pot bundle looks like there's nothing in there for us, so the rest of these are basically just for vendoring. Make us a little bit more cash. Take my grass. Put the sweet pea in there because ain't no use for it. Put the coral in there because I ain't got nothing for that neither. And then we'll check this chest for anything else we can get rid of to make money. Because we need that cash badly. We are in a mess of pain right now as far as money goes. Where do I leave my hoe at? That's the next task we got going on for the day. A little bit of hoeing in the evening. Making that nightlife a little bit better around here in Pelican Valley or whatever the hell they call it. I am adding to the nightlife. Haters gonna hate. Hate, 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 hate. And the baiter's gonna bait. Bait, 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 bait. And the tater's gonna tate, 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 tate. And the skaters definitely gonna skate, 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 skate. And the later's gonna late. Baker's gonna bake. Taker's gonna take. Faker's also gonna fake. I really felt like Tay-Tay could have gone in further with that song and just made it like a truly obnoxious monstrosity. I would have, just to spite the universe. Just to add another annoying song that never ends type song to just little children's repertoires everywhere. It's like buying a noisy toy for a kid when they're not yours. You'd be like, you have to take them home with that noisy toy I just bought them. Sucks to be you. I love trolling people's parents. It's the best. I think that's pretty much it for our accomplishments for the day. We're looking really, really solid right now. I don't have a ton of energy left. I could make myself another scarecrow for this field right here, I guess. And we would need wood and fibers and coal. So we got fibers. Got wood. Get ourselves another scarecrow here. And actually, I may dig this little bastard out. There we go. Just to put him in right there. And make sure we don't lose anything to the crows. Still, we are just about out of time for the day. I don't really think there's going to be that much more thrilling action for me to occupy you with. Just waiting on the cash to come in. We have made a little bit of money, and we're going to make a little bit more today. But up until the point where that paycheck drops, we're not going to be really able to advance anything. What I'd really like to do is get kind of a stable up and running so that we can have a couple of mammals that are under our discretion and under our guise so that we can get milk and we can get eggs and mayonnaise and all that kind of stuff from them. But up until that point, I think we're a little bit stuck. I think we've probably got about 7 more days till harvest. Like the 10th is when our harvests are really going to start to come in. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. I will see you all in tomorrow's episode. Thank you for stopping on by. It was a blast. Made a little bit of cash right there. $1,500 in a day. Not a rough day's work. People are going to think we're slanging. I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Bye, everybody.